Hey guys, it's Cam. Just got back from American Shooters. Just got done picking up my brand new Gen-5 Glock 17. This is the full-size 9mm. Several reasons why I went with 9mm versus 40. For one, 40 sits on the same frame as a 9mm does. So those of you that are familiar with grain size, 9mm is typically anywhere between 120 to 140 depending on what brand and whether it's full metal jacket, whether it's jacketed hollow point. And I just really like the round capacity, and two, the fact that it's a full size because I have sausages for fucking fingers. So nonetheless, a few of the changes that I've noted on these, as far as the Gen 5 separated from the Gen 4s and the Gen 3. Again, I was a Glock armor on Gen 3, so I'm not too well versed on it. Some of the things that I've noticed, the front slide serrations have been put in. I thought that was really cool. There are no finger grooves, as you can see. Those just tend to get in the way, and any time that I would do a stippling job, the customer would usually ask me to have them removed regardless. What I really like about this is the ambidextrous slide, stop, and release. As you can see here, it's got it on this side as well as the other side. Okay, and by the way, while I'm here, let's just go ahead and show that the weapon is clear, magazine is dropped, and it is completely safe to handle. And you can also move the magazine release. You can remove it and put it on the other side as well. So it's truly ambidextrous in that sense. I really liked the fact that they are making cutouts for the module optic system. I am going to order one of those. What I thought was really cool is it comes with adapters for different optic systems. Like if you get a cheap shitty one that doesn't exactly fit the correct adapter, or different heights and whatnot, these are numbered 1 through 4, so they appear to be a little bit different than width, and again, it depends on user preference as far as how high you're holding it up and whatnot. So I thought that was really cool. It comes with your standard, your typical brush, right? Your brush and this. What I like to do is I like to cut this off, attach it to my power drill, and then throw this on and just really get it really good. Don't ever do that with a copper brush, by the way. I haven't learned the hard way, but I know people that have, so don't do that. What I really like about the new the Gen 5s is they not only come with 1, 2, but 3 magazines. The old Gen 3s only came with 2. I really like that they're having an orange follower in the double stacked mag. And of course, it's the typical 17 plus 1, so a total of 18 round count. It's got a match grade barrel, which I really like about that. I heard a couple of things about the Gen 4s with them just coming out with the match grade. It was too tight a fit, and they were getting a lot of hang-ups, a lot of jams, a lot of feeding errors, a lot of stovepipes, things like that, especially when you have a light on the front of it to vary the weight for mitigation of recoil. But as far as I can tell, and from the reviews that I've read online, Gen 5 it doesn't really have any issues. The firing pin and firing safety spring have been changed. So again, the takedown for this is exactly the same as it is with other Glocks. All you got to do is put your hand on the back strap, give the 2 pins a pull it slightly back, and then comes right off just like Legos. I thought this was really cool. Instead of it being a single piece here, you normally see the dual recoil springs on the smaller models like the 26, 42, 43, because it was a shorter base, shorter width, or not width, but the overall length, so they'd like to see higher compression with this. This I thought is really cool, and it even has a small little guide back here. I don't know if you could see that in the bottom of it, but yeah, I thought that was really cool. So it's almost like it's not like a braided recoil spring, but nonetheless it definitely looks really good. And again, the barrel is match grade, so everything appears to be really good there. They smoothed this out from what I can tell, so your ramp is a lot smoother. The firing pin and the firing pin spring have changed right here. I don't know if you guys can see that in the light. It's no longer round. It's actually kind of beveled off to, from what I heard from the manufacturer that makes this, it makes recoil mitigation a lot better, and it has less chance of a hang up. And unfortunately, what I really don't like about it is the fact that it's still your standard, 5.5 pound pull for the trigger pull. So I do have some really cool stuff on order already. Number one, I have the ALG Defense magwell coming. So as you can see, the magwell, your standard magwell, if it's flared out, it's going to be a lot easier to push it in as opposed to trying to fit a box into a box. Flared magwell is going to come over here. I bought it in, I want to say it was the flat dark earth, but makes reloading so much easier, so much faster coming from the waistband and coming directly up. You can come from any angle and it just sort of feeds it in. It's an absolutely beautiful magwell system. I've also ordered an Overwatch TAC flat face competition trigger. So again, with this trigger being the way it always has been, that 5.5 pound pull, it's going to drop it anywhere between 3.5 to 4 pounds overall, which I think is substantial, because now you don't have to worry about your front sight dancing around all over the fucking place. So that's going to be on that's definitely on order, and it's a simple drop in. Nothing's really changed as far as the lower receiver. The slide upper has changed quite dramatically. And another thing I noticed too is the beveling on the front of the slide here near the muzzle. I thought that was really cool. The flat face competition trigger minimizes travel up to 20%. It's a Type 3 hard-coated anodized to mill. I want to say it's A8625, if I recall correctly. And yeah, it's standard. So there's no corrosion on that. And again, it drops it down to like a 3.5, 4 pound consistent pull. We're going to go ahead and order some Trijicon night sights for it. The Trijicon RMR, which again, that is where this would sit with these adapters. That's around $250. That one's going to have to wait for a little bit. And of course, I haven't decided if I'm going to get a new light. I do have the old standard Streamlight light, which is the old halogen. I don't like it. I don't like that it the bulbs. I mean, you think about halogen and any other lighting system besides LED, it's measured in candle power versus lumens. Lumens tend to be a lot brighter. So I could go either way. So again, this is your standard halogen, and then I have this one here. And you can compare, you can see the two. One is LED, the other one is halogen. This one, obviously, immensely brighter. I forget the lumen count on this one, and this one's a little bit more. This one's a little bit more low profile. And then, of course, you tighten it up. It also has the strobe action. It has the constant on, so you can clear rooms and whatnot. So I really do like the LED, but this one is one of the original ones that I bought, I think 2003, 16 years ago. It was beginning of 2003 I bought this, and it still works. So thank you, Streamlight, for the old school M3, and I still have my old holster for this as well. It fit a Glock 22. It was the Safariland. So I may be utilizing that too. Another holster I may put on. A couple of things about American shooters that a lot of people are not aware of is their Glock LE discount. So this alone, with this attachment piece, for one, if I were to get a standard Glock and have this put in for an optional RMR sight to make this competition, it'd take about $200, depending on where you go, $200 to $250, $300 in some places, to get this milled out and put in place. These come standard factory. If you were to buy it MSRP, you're looking about $650. American Shooters has the Glock discount program for pretty much everybody. It used to just be law enforcement, first responders, fire department, EMS. that list has grown exponentially. They're allowing all law enforcement, both active and retired. If you're retired, you obviously have to have the proper retirement credentials from your department or from your state stating that you are retired. Corrections officers, parole and probation officers, security officers, being that a lot of them are carrying, active and retired military. Terrific. I love it. What else? District court judges, DAs, commercial pilots. Yeah, the list has grown a lot. So normally, again, this would be about $650 plus tax and Brady background. This right off the shelf for us is $495. So if you have your CCW, you don't have to pay for the Brady background check. I made the mistake and allowed my CCW to lapse because I didn't care. I wasn't carrying a lot. Now I'm obviously going to start carrying a lot more, so I'm going to probably re-up my CCW. So cool thing about having a CCW obviously is, one, you only have to qualify once with the weapon. As before, if you wanted to add several weapons on, you had to go and re-qualify. You had to pay, I think it was $20 to get it put on. Now it's just a simple semi-automatic or revolver addition that they put on your CCW stamp. So that's terrific in regards to that. American Shooters does charge $100 for their CCW class. It's an 8-hour class. There are some places out there that do it for free, but good luck trying to get in there in the next 6 months, because everybody and their mothers are going to try and get in. So that's it for right now. What I'm going to be doing to this weapon, aside from what I have on order, I'm going to be doing a custom stippling job. So I'm going to be removing all of this around the back strap and around the front. I'm going to do my own custom design. I'm also going to be placing finger stippling grooves. I haven't decided if I'm going to go with the standard small tip, or if I'm going to do like a weave look to it, or some type of hybrid. But definitely a cool design, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done the next few days. So I'll keep you guys updated. All the stuff that I bought, I'll put in the link in the description. I'm also going to put it up on YouTube so you guys can tag along and follow me along. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope this was informative. Again, this is the new Gen 5 Glock 17 full size 9mm. Great weapon.